Tonight, the sky will unveil a spectacle few will witness with such intensity, the November 5th supermoon, the largest full moon of the year, rising with a silent power that has echoed through centuries. Ancient civilizations looked to the moon, not just for light, but for guidance. They saw its glow as a mirror for the mind, a reflection of cycles unseen, both in the world and within themselves. Tonight, the moon is not merely a celestial body, it is a call to pause, to observe, to awaken. Long before modern science measured its orbit, sages and monks noticed the subtle shifts in energy the full moon brought. Emotions intensified, clarity emerged, and decisions found new weight. Under this luminous presence, the veil between the ordinary and the extraordinary thins, offering a rare opportunity for insight that is often overlooked. Lesser-known events, like shifts in personal energy and subtle awakenings, often align with nights like this. In this video, Shi Hengyi will guide you through the hidden wisdom of the supermoon, revealing how it can serve as a mirror for personal mastery. You will learn how to tune into your inner cycles, release burdens, and align your energy with the natural rhythm of the universe. Secrets passed down through Shaolin teachings show that such moments are designed not for spectacle, but for transformation. Stay until the end to discover methods that help you harness this rare lunar energy, tools that ancient masters would have valued above all else. Each point will illuminate aspects of your mind, your spirit, and your path that often remain unnoticed in daily life. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, where reflection becomes power and stillness becomes strength. If this journey calls to you, subscribe now and step into a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Every moment carries its own rhythm, a silent pulse that guides the world whether we notice it or not. From the first light of dawn to the quiet surrender of night, the universe moves in cycles, endless, precise, and unforgiving. Shaolin masters teach that harmony begins with awareness of these natural rhythms. To fight them is to struggle against the current. To ignore them is to stumble blindly through life. The supermoon tonight is not just a light in the sky, it is a mirror of these cycles, reflecting the rise and fall present within each of us. Just as the moon swells and wanes, so too does our energy, our focus, and even our emotions. There are days when action flows effortlessly, and nights when stillness is demanded. There are seasons when life expands outward, and seasons when we must retreat, observing silently from within. Consider the moments that have passed this year, those patterns of thought, habit, and feeling that have repeated themselves. What endings have already arrived, quietly shifting the path beneath your feet? What beginnings wait unseen, ready to take root if only you notice their presence? The Shaolin path teaches that such reflection is not passive, it is a form of power. By observing without judgment, we recognize the cycles that shape us and can align with them instead of resisting. Tonight, as the supermoon rises, let its light illuminate not just the night sky, but the hidden rhythms of your own life. Feel the ebb and flow of breath, the pulse of energy through the body, the quiet shifts in thought that signal change. In these subtle movements lies wisdom, ancient and patient. The world turns in cycles, and so do we. To notice them is the first step toward mastery. The night holds a quiet that cannot be forced, a stillness that waits patiently for those willing to notice it. Beneath the glow of the supermoon, this stillness becomes a teacher. Ancient masters understood that the mind, like water, reflects most clearly when it is undisturbed. Agitation clouds perception, yet when the currents settle, even the smallest ripple becomes visible. To sit beneath the moonlight is to practice this quiet observation, to watch thoughts as they arise, to feel sensations as they pass, without clinging or resistance. Moonlight has always been seen as a gentle mirror of consciousness. It does not illuminate harshly or demand attention, but it reveals subtle shifts with a soft clarity. Emotions that go unnoticed in the bustle of day can surface in the calm of night. Ideas and insights, usually lost in noise, can emerge naturally when observation becomes deliberate yet relaxed. The practice is simple yet profound. Breathe, release tension, and witness the flow of the mind and body. There is no need to control or judge, only to be aware. In Shaolin teachings, such moments are not indulgence but discipline. Mastery begins not with action but with presence. By observing without interference, the mind learns patience, the body learns stillness, and the spirit learns humility. Each breath becomes a guide, each pause a doorway to deeper understanding. The supermoon invites this practice, offering a space where distraction fades and clarity sharpens. In this quiet, subtle awakenings take root. Awareness expands beyond the self, touching the rhythm of the world. Thoughts rise and fall like waves, and in watching them, a new sense of mastery emerges, not one of force, but of harmony. The night, the moon, and the silence together become a teacher, revealing the power in simply being present. The moon does not shine on its own. It carries the light of the sun, gentle yet unwavering, casting illumination across the darkness. In the same way, each person carries a hidden light within, a wisdom that often lies quiet, waiting to be recognized. This inner light is not loud or boastful. It is steady, subtle, and profound. Ancient sages spoke of it as the source of clarity, patience, and discernment, the quiet guide through life's uncertainties. Just as the moon reflects the sun, humans reflect their own inner wisdom when they pause and turn their attention inward. Tonight, under the supermoon, this reflection becomes visible. Sitting quietly, letting the glow wash over the skin and mind, a simple meditation can reveal much. Close the eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine the light within beginning to shine outward. See it illuminate your best qualities: courage, kindness, clarity, and resilience. Acknowledge them without attachment, letting the awareness grow naturally. Then, without judgment, turn attention to the areas that need care: fears, doubts, or habits that limit growth. Recognizing them is not shame but honesty, a path toward balance and mastery. This practice is not merely introspection, it is discipline. It trains the mind to witness without reaction, to hold both shadow and light with equal steadiness. Each reflection becomes a mirror of understanding, each acknowledgement a step toward inner mastery. The moon above reminds that light always exists, even in darkness. By contemplating and honoring it within, the night becomes a guide, revealing hidden strengths and gentle truths. Through stillness and reflection, the quiet glow within begins to expand, illuminating the way toward harmony, wisdom, and mindful presence. There comes a moment in every life when holding on becomes heavier than letting go. Shaolin teachings remind that attachment binds the spirit, weighing it down with fears, grudges, and illusions that no longer serve growth. True mastery begins with the courage to release what obstructs clarity and peace. The supermoon rises as a silent witness to this process, offering a rare chance to confront what lingers in the shadow of the mind. Under its radiant glow, breathe deeply and turn attention inward. Consider the fears that whisper in quiet moments, the resentment that clings to memory, the beliefs that limit movement forward. These are not weaknesses, they are signals, gentle indicators that something must be released. The practice of letting go is not impulsive, it is deliberate, disciplined, and profound. Like a river flowing past stones, the mind must learn to carry only what nourishes, allowing the rest to dissolve into the current. Visualize now holding each burden in your hands. See its shape, its weight, and the energy it consumes. Then lift it toward the light of the supermoon. Imagine the glow enveloping it, soft yet powerful, dissolving tension, washing away attachment. With each exhale, allow these fragments to drift, disappear, and transform. The moon does not judge what you release. It only reflects your willingness to find balance. This act, though symbolic, trains the mind and spirit. Detachment becomes a muscle strengthened through awareness and practice. Releasing is not surrender, it is conscious mastery. As the moon watches silently, each letting go becomes a step toward freedom, clarity, and inner harmony. Through this ritual of reflection and release, the weight of what no longer serves fades, leaving the mind lighter, the heart quieter, and the path ahead open for growth. Ritual is the quiet anchor that transforms fleeting moments into lasting growth. Ancient masters observed the natural world and discovered that its rhythms, the rising sun, the changing seasons, the waxing and waning moon offered guidance for cultivating discipline. By aligning human practice with these natural phenomena, the mind and body find harmony, and the spirit learns patience. The supermoon tonight is one such phenomenon, inviting a conscious pause, a deliberate turn inward, and a commitment to presence. To honor this energy, dedicate time to mindful practice. Sit quietly and focus on the breath, noticing its rise and fall as a reflection of life's own rhythm. Take a journal and write down thoughts, emotions, or intentions that surface beneath the moonlight. Observe them without judgment, letting clarity emerge from the act of recording. Even a few moments of silent reflection can deepen awareness, revealing patterns and insights that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life. Discipline through ritual is not about rigidity. It is about repeated, consistent practice. Shaolin teachings emphasize that mastery is built not in extraordinary acts, but in small, deliberate actions performed over time. Each breath observed, each word written, each quiet moment embraced strengthens the connection between mind, body, and spirit. This repetition trains the nervous system, steadies the emotions, and sharpens focus, creating a foundation for lasting inner mastery. Tonight, the supermoon becomes more than a spectacle. It becomes a companion in ritual. Its light reminds that true discipline is gentle yet persistent, subtle yet transformative. By dedicating time to these practices, even for a short period, the mind learns to settle, the heart learns to trust, and the spirit learns to flow with the natural rhythm of life. In this quiet commitment lies the essence of mastery, steady, patient, and unwavering. The night hums with energy, subtle yet powerful, as the supermoon casts its light across the world. Ancient traditions teach that lunar energy has the power to amplify not only the tides of the ocean, but the currents within the human body and mind. Emotions become more vivid, intuition sharper, and the unseen threads connecting thought, feeling, and action grow more perceptible. To move through this energy without being swept away requires awareness, alignment, and intention. Shaolin masters understood that the body is the vessel for spirit, and the mind the bridge between the two. To harmonize them, begin with posture, sit or stand with spine straight, shoulders relaxed, and chest open. Awareness of the body grounds the mind, making it receptive rather than scattered. Then breathe deeply, drawing air slowly into the abdomen, letting it expand the chest and calm the heart. Each breath is a rhythm that aligns energy from the base of the body to the crown of the head, creating balance and clarity. Finally, set a clear intention. Focus on one meaningful goal or area of transformation, visualizing energy flowing toward it with precision, like a river guided by its banks. This practice transforms raw lunar energy into conscious power. Rather than reacting to the amplified emotions or subtle impulses, the mind observes, the body steadies, and the spirit channels. Every sensation becomes a guide, every thought a signal to redirect focus. The discipline of alignment is not a one-time act. It is the cultivation of harmony in motion, a steady return to balance whenever distraction arises. Tonight, as the moon reaches its peak, the alignment of body, mind, and spirit can become tangible. By anchoring posture, deepening breath, and concentrating intention, energy moves with purpose rather than chaos. In this stillness, mastery is practiced, not as a goal to grasp, but as a living state, a flow that strengthens, centers, and empowers with every conscious moment under the supermoon. The moon does not hurry, yet it moves with perfect precision, rising and falling in cycles that have guided life for millennia. Shaolin teachings remind that true mastery mirrors this rhythm. It unfolds through patience, not force. Growth cannot be rushed. It comes in quiet stages, often unseen, yet always moving toward fullness. Just as the moon waxes gradually, reaching its peak with steady persistence, so too does the mind, body, and spirit develop when cultivated with care and discipline. Each phase of the moon carries its own lesson. In the waxing there is momentum, a gentle call to build strength and awareness. In the full, clarity shines, illuminating patterns and opportunities previously hidden. And in the waning there is release, reflection, and preparation for what comes next. Human growth mirrors this cycle. Moments of intense learning, sudden clarity, or emotional expansion are followed by quiet periods where integration occurs and subtle shifts take root. Patience is the key to navigating these transitions. To rush is to fight the natural flow, creating friction where harmony could exist. Shaolin masters teach that waiting is not passivity, it is active engagement with the present, an acknowledgement that every stage has its purpose. Trusting the process allows insight to deepen, skills to solidify, and awareness to expand in alignment with the natural order. Tonight, under the supermoon, this principle becomes tangible. Observe the light slowly spreading across the landscape and let it remind the mind of its own unfolding. Trust that every effort, every moment of discipline, and every step towards self-mastery is moving in harmony with an unseen rhythm. By embracing patience and honoring timing, growth becomes effortless, steady, and enduring like the moon itself, rising with quiet, unwavering grace. Reflection alone is like water held in a cup. It may be clear, but it only nourishes when poured into the soil of action. The supermoon offers a rare opportunity to observe, to feel, and to gain insight, yet the true value of these moments lies in their integration into daily life. Ancient teachings remind that awareness is not an end in itself. It is a seed meant to grow into habits, choices, and behaviors that reflect clarity and discipline. Tonight's meditations, quiet observations, and inner reflections are gifts, but they remain potential until expressed in the world. Consider the insights gained under the moonlight, perhaps a recognition of patterns that no longer serve, a newfound understanding of emotional currents, or a subtle awakening of intuition. These discoveries are meant to guide action. Begin by translating them into small, consistent practices: mindful breathing during tension, moments of stillness before decisions, or journaling to track growth and lessons. The Shaolin path emphasizes repetition and conscious effort. Each mindful choice, no matter how small, reinforces alignment between mind, body, and spirit. Observations under the supermoon can become guiding principles for interactions with others, choices in work, or the way one navigates challenges. Discipline is cultivated not only in formal practice, but in the seamless application of awareness throughout daily life. As the moonlight fades, carry its quiet clarity with you. Let the lessons of reflection illuminate ordinary moments, turning routine into practice and insight into transformation. In this way, the wisdom of tonight does not remain a fleeting experience, it becomes a living force. Integration is the bridge between awareness and mastery, between contemplation and action, and it is through this bridge that the subtle power of the supermoon shapes the rhythm and quality of life. Gratitude is the quiet lens through which the world reveals its depth. Under the glow of the supermoon, the night itself becomes a teacher, inviting acknowledgement of forces that shape life: wind and water, earth and sky, the subtle currents of energy that flow unseen but felt. Ancient masters understood that recognizing these forces is not mere courtesy. It is a path to humility, a way to see one's place within the vast, intricate web of existence. To cultivate connection, begin with awareness. Feel the pull of the moon, the rhythm of the breath, the heartbeat that ties body and spirit together. Sense the energy around you, the life that persists in shadowed corners, the lessons hidden in challenge, the guidance offered by quiet intuition. Gratitude is the acknowledgement of these realities, a conscious recognition that every experience, every encounter, every obstacle carries meaning. Reflect on personal growth, the strengths developed through effort, the clarity gained through struggle, the patience nurtured in moments of stillness. Express gratitude not only for triumphs, but for the challenges that shaped the mind and forged resilience. Even the smallest victories, when honored, reinforce awareness and strengthen discipline. This practice aligns inner and outer perception, creating a harmony that ripples into daily life. The act of gratitude is itself transformative. By turning attention outward and inward simultaneously, the heart softens while the mind sharpens, fostering clarity, balance, and presence. Each acknowledgement deepens connection to self, to others, and to the rhythms of nature that have guided seekers for centuries. Tonight, under the supermoon, gratitude becomes more than reflection, it becomes a bridge. Through it, humility deepens, insight emerges, and the quiet mastery of observing, honoring, and participating in life unfolds. Mastery is often imagined as control over others, conquest over circumstances, or the accumulation of skill for power's sake. Shaolin philosophy teaches something different. True mastery is the harmony of body, mind, and spirit. It is the ability to move through life with clarity, patience, and balance, responding to each moment with awareness rather than reaction. Under the supermoon, this principle becomes tangible, a quiet reflection of the state of one's inner world. The moon, in its full brilliance, mirrors both light and shadow. Its glow illuminates imperfections and strengths alike, inviting contemplation of the self not as a fixed entity but as a dynamic presence capable of growth. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, so too does mastery unfold gradually through consistent effort, disciplined reflection, and an openness to change. Each insight gained tonight is not a final destination but a guidepost on a path that stretches far beyond a single moment. To contemplate mastery is to notice patterns in thought and behavior, to recognize impulses without being ruled by them, and to cultivate a steady center that remains unshaken by external turbulence. It is the conscious alignment of intention with action and awareness with presence. The supermoon serves as a mirror in this practice, reflecting not only what currently exists within, but the potential that lies dormant, waiting for patient cultivation. As the night deepens and the lunar light softens, allow the mind to absorb this understanding. Mastery is not force, it is flow. It is not dominance, it is harmony. By observing oneself under the quiet illumination of the moon, each choice, each breath, and each reflection becomes part of a living practice, one that unites awareness, discipline, and compassion. In this union, the essence of Shaolin mastery reveals itself, a profound balance, both within and in harmony with the world. The supermoon tonight is not just a bright orb in the sky, it is an invitation to pause, to turn inward, and to reconnect with the rhythms of life. By embracing stillness, observing with awareness, releasing what no longer serves, and offering gratitude for growth, we open a space for true personal mastery to unfold. Each moment beneath its light becomes a guide, showing that transformation is not rushed, but cultivated patiently and intentionally. Remember, every lunar cycle brings the opportunity to grow, to release, and to rise anew. What is reflected in the moonlight can be carried into daily life, through mindful choices, quiet reflection, and conscious presence. The lessons of tonight do not end with the moon's descent. They continue in every action, every breath, and every interaction. May the calm clarity of this supermoon stay with you, inspiring patience, balance, and harmony within yourself and in the world around you. If this journey of reflection and inner mastery resonates, like this video and subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire, where each moment becomes a step toward deeper understanding and mindful living.